So what we're doing today is we are planting our spring flowering bulbs. One of my favorites are the tulips. I think this is probably one of our most well-known spring flowering bulbs, and one that everybody appreciates when winter breaks and spring emerges. So the general rule of thumb on planting tulips is you want to plant them 3 times the depth of whatever their width is. So the width of these tulip bulbs, well, this one's a little bit bigger, is probably 1.5 inches. So we times that by 3, and you're going to get roughly somewhere around 5 to 6 inches. So this is a traditional tulip bulb planter, and I also have just a regular garden spade. If the soil has been worked, our soil we've already prepared. We've tilled it, it's fluffy, it's very well drained, and we've amended it with cotton burr compost. So we do not need to add an extra fertilizer into the hole when we plant the tulip. So with tulips, we want to make a grand show. We want them to be mass plantings. We don't ever just want to plant 1 or 2, because for each bulb is only 1 flower. And we want this to be breathtaking, beautiful, lots of color, mass plantings. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth the show. So every 6 to 8 inches is going to be a tulip bulb. So we're going to go down with our traditional one so you can see how that's done. We're going to make our hole, lay that aside, and drop it down into the hole. We don't want to cover them up until everything's been planted. Otherwise, we'll forget where we've just been, and we'll forget where we're at in the planting sequence. So that hole was done with a tulip bulb planter. This one I'm going to just use a regular spade, and a lot of these handheld spades are marked also with inches, so we know that it's 5 inches deep when you go all the way down. And here I'm going roughly 6 inches away from the last tulip bulb. See how nice and fluffy our soil is. We've added leaves, we've added some other compost for nutrients, and bringing a lot of good drainage, aeration, and nutrition to our soil. This year I'm planting what's called golden. These are yellow tulips along with the red. We're going to have a mixture. These colors play well together. So no rhyme or reason. I'm not going to stagger them. I'm just going to kind of mix them all up. And in the end, you won't notice if they're not perfectly sequenced. And so we will just keep going around and around in our circle, and it probably will only take maybe 30 to 45 minutes with a few of us putting this together. And next spring we will be appreciating the beauty for at least 3 weeks to a month. Well, I would just like to encourage everybody to plant your spring bulbs in the fall. You'll be glad that you have them when you pull up to your home, and the color will just be fabulous, welcoming the new season.